this thing, there is a hurdle in each chakra. So when it starts moving, if I want to go from here to Toronto, there is no traffic, I can reach in 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 1 hour max. But if there is a traffic, then it will be 1.5 hours, it will be 2 hours, or it will be more than that. Which means here we have to understand that energy itself, if road is empty, it moves very fast. But when it is not empty and when you are filled with the traffic, it will take a time. So it will clear up the traffic and it will move ahead. It will clear up the traffic, again it will move ahead. So that's why we are expecting you to sit for a little longer. So this is the second concern that I have. Now, few more things we will discuss before we start the Shakti Park. There are 4 types of blessings. The first type is disciple blessings. So disciple blessing means what? Your blessing on yourself. Which means it is good that you walk on this path. You understand the situation. You accepted the situation. You try to go towards the spiritual practice. How many of the people are going towards? In Brantford there are many people, but everyone is not taking this step. Everyone is busy with many other things. So the first thing is disciple blessing. Your blessing on yourself. That's why you are here. Second thing is, which is called Shastra Krupa, which means education. We can say Shastra Krupa what? Educational blessing, right?
Literature.
Literature blessing, okay. So it is say literature blessing, which means you already have some understanding, you read it. Believe me, whenever you read any Upanishads, any scripture, Indian scriptures, the scripture is literally not have the meaning which is written there. When it says something, it doesn't mean something. It is not a literal meaning. It is always a secret meaning. But if you don't understand the secret meaning, you definitely go through the literal meaning. And when you, let me talk about Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna says, I am everything. I lived before years, I will live in after years, I am living right now, I am everywhere. So that means the first question literally come into your mind that you are sitting here, you are standing here, and how you talk about the past. How you say that you lived in the past. How you give the knowledge to the other people. So that means you are literally thinking, you are talking about Krishna, but Krishna itself is not talking about himself, he is talking about the consciousness. He is talking about the universal consciousness. Universal consciousness saying, I lived 200 years ago and I did this, I am living right now and I will be living in future and I will be doing this. But if you take the literal meaning, you just pick the Krishna and then done. So what I am saying is, when you read the literature, there is a blessing required for your understanding. If you have understanding, you read the secret meaning, otherwise you read the literal meaning. So that is a second type of thing which is going to work. When you started walking on the path of spirituality, first you bless yourself with the blessing, then because now you are ready, you are planning to read books. So you try to find something, you go to the Google, you go to the books, you go to the libraries, you try to read something, you try to get information from somewhere. So this is called Shastra Krupa. Then once you have the blessing by yourself, blessing from Shastra Krupa, then the third blessing is, this is called the Guru Krupa. Guru Krupa means, then you will find a person who is giving the teaching the same way you require. So you will find the Guru, and the Guru is going to help you. For getting a grace of Guru, you need to perform some thing. What things are? You have to do meditation, you have to do practice, you have to understand the things. By that way you can obtain the grace of Master. This is a third one. Still it is not ended here. You have the blessing from yourself, you have the blessing from literature, now you have the blessing from Master as well. The last blessing is from God. No one can say that in how long you will be get enlightened, because this is a blessing from God. Guruji was giving a small example how the blessing comes up. When you are ready inside, the blessing can come, the enlightenment blessing can come anytime. You cannot follow the literal path of enlightenment. Lord Buddha got enlightened under the banyan tree. So does this mean that whoever sit under the banyan tree, they got enlightened? How many times you all people sat under banyan tree and still you got enlightened? No, because Lord Buddha is something else. His internal structure was totally different. So the very small push from the banyan tree helped him out. But we require many things in our structure to change. Even the banyan tree pushed too much hard work on you, still it didn't work. Why? Because you have to be ready. By grace of all three grace, you have to ready for the God's grace. So basically I am saying is you have to work hard.